Nothing shows how different John Lennon and Paul McCartney were than their Christmas songs. Because Paul went for a typical, happy, melodic Christmas tune, and John went for one of the most powerful political songs ever made. The activist side of John Lennon has always been a little confusing for me. When he was actually trying to communicate a message effectively, it was great, but when he wasn't...
Song about the women's problem, it was written by Yoko and I, and the song is called Woman is the of the World.
However, this song is one of my favorite political moments of his because it clearly showed his approach and his ideals in a form that, even though it's so ambiguous, makes total sense. For context, this song was released in 1971 and initially wasn't even supposed to be a Christmas song. John had been advocating for the end of the Vietnam War through multiple forms of protest, most notably his Bet for Peace movement and showing up to protests. Due to the success of Imagine, John realized he needed to sugarcoat his ideals for people to pay attention to the message. He couldn't simply write a song about peace and hope that the message alone would make the song known. And given that Christmas is the most commercially exploitable time of the year, John decided to use the facade of a jolly Christmas song to deliver one of the most powerful messages of his career. And the message is really simple. All wars would end if we simply stop fighting. We can have peace if we wanted, you just have to stop fighting. Quite a simplistic approach to such a complicated issue, but it compensates really well through execution because the choir, the production, and everything about this song feels so grand. It almost feels like the war actually ended by the time you get to the end of the song, even if it didn't, and it actually got John into a lot of trouble back then for misleading people. Of course, Paul McCartney had a totally different approach. Comparing the songs would be a waste of everyone's time, but it is a really good way to analyze John's relationship with activism. Because instead of making a probably really popular Christmas jingle, he decided to use the opportunity to communicate a message he was passionate about, which is something I can honestly respect, even if I didn't like the way it was communicated.